I'll be fine.
Hello and welcome to the Women's Biz Tribe Next Level Success Summit. We are so thrilled to have you join us for the next 2 days. We have 44 amazing ladies from around the globe who are here to share their journeys of success, the things that they've learned along the way, those aha moments, heaps of tips and tricks and tools that are going to be so easy for you to implement and really help you on your future journey. So it's fantastic to have you. You can just drop in and out of the sessions as they happen over a couple of days. We've got so many sessions, and of course, you can then come back and watch those at any time on replay. So just write live or hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and we would love to get in as engaged with you as we can. We're coming out on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. You'll definitely find us on a platform that will suit your needs. Now, listen, our first speaker is Rev Joslyn Farray Pierre. She is coming all the way from the Caribbean, and she does have some challenging internet issues, so we will just bear with her. She is an educator who's got over 23 years experience. She works with NGOs in Grenada on the island of Trinidad and Tobago. She's also the president of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry and a country chair for the G100 Oneness and Wisdom. So I'm going to let Joslyn introduce herself to you all, and we are going to start our summit now with a beautiful conversation together.
Hey there, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are hearing this. I want to wish you a pleasant and fantastic experience with us as we speak in this wonderful summit. Annie, I want to thank you for having me on. Thank you so much. And the topic of my presentation goes so very fitting with the challenges that we were experiencing earlier on, overcoming. So just to introduce myself, I am, as Annie said to you, Joslyn Farray Pierre. I am an ordained minister. I am a metaphysician, of an integrative nutrition health coach, and the author of Healthy Lifestyle Journey and co-author of The Divine Feminine, my relationship with God. And it's coming from this premise. I am a mom also of two beautiful children. My son I lost at 6 years, and he left me with a beautiful bouncing baby girl at the time. She was 5 months then, and now she has flourished into a wonderful queen of, my princess actually, of 26 years old. And so this was one of my rock bottom moments. And it is in this light I come to you sharing how we can overcome lack, overcome limitation through sacred self-care practices and be successful on our own terms. And for me, coming from island where we are considered to be a lesser developed country, and we do have, in terms of the world's way of looking at things, we do have lots of limitations and lack. But through these practices, which I have used on myself personally, I have been able to overcome and be successful in my own rights. And I'm sharing it with you with the hope that you would glean some wonderful practices for yourself. I'm going to use an acronym today, which we're all familiar with. That acronym is LOVE. Love. And why I'm using that acronym, it's because it's a universal language. It's something that we know intuitively. And it's something that we can apply as we work through overcoming lack and limitation in our lives. Just to expound on that, love, we're going to look at the word L, which for me, I define it as learning, I define it as loving, I define it as leveraging. And so let me just back up a bit and give you a wee bit of my story. You had a tiny intro to me, but on the onset of my son's death, there came immediately, so I had to deal with that rock bottom moment, and there immediately came from that the loss. So there was loss of my son, then there came the loss of my loved one, my husband, that came through the form of a divorce. And with that, for us, for me, came I had to deal with a number of situations that I was not prepared for, which presented in itself lack and limitation. Mm-hmm. And the biggest issue for me at that time was finances, money. How do I deal with navigating these issues in my life and still remaining a success? And it's true. And from there, I decided, okay, I was a teacher at the time, but I'm going to move on now to furthering my education. I want to become, at the time I said I wanted to do health psychology. And in my neck of the wood back then, we were not open to all the educational opportunities for free. We had to pay our way through for everything. And having come from that sphere of divorce, I didn't know how I would manage paying for my studies.
Oh, seem to have lost Joslyn's sound for a minute there, but while she's finding her way back, oh my goodness, I'm actually, yeah, I agree with that comment in the chat. I love your authenticity. Immediately, you can just hear Joslyn's heart, can't you? Imagine that, losing your son, and then in a third world country, you know, it's like there's no backup plan. I don't know what else I'm going to do here.
Hi, Annie.
Oh, you're back. I'm just talking away while I was waiting for you there, so I will leave it back up to you. Oh, now I've lost her totally. Anyway, she will come back. Don't worry. This is what technology is like when you're working with a Wi-Fi in the Caribbean. So I'm sure Joslyn will come back in a minute. But yeah, her journey is absolutely amazing. When you think you've got life, you know, sort of sorted and you're on top of things, you've got a couple of beautiful children, and you're happily married, and then disaster strikes. She's absolutely amazing. You've now joined us again, Joslyn.
Yes, I'm going to try and see if I can hurry up and shorten what I have to say, and just leave the the acronym with folks so they will have something to go with. So I
That
said
is totally
with, sorry?
absolutely. Please continue.
Okay, great. So with L, with learn, I said to overcome any challenge, one have to know themselves, be able to tap into their inner power, or what I call your God power, and be prepared to love yourself unconditionally. Upon learning about who you are, not what the world tell you, not your career, but
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. And she's so passionate about being able to share with you everyone. So we are just going to have to bear with her. We shouldn't be having tech issues with the following speakers, but this is what happens when we are dealing with a third world connection. She's popping back again. So let's try a third time. All right, keep going, Joslyn.
oh, thank you, Annie. This is a whole lot of patience. So yes, we were on love, on word, just getting to learn yourself, know who you are, and loving yourself unconditionally. Now, when you are armed with all this knowledge of who you are, not based on your career, not based on your pocketbook, not based on any outside stimulus or so, but just simply tapping into who you were created to be, then you want to leverage that. Leverage it to where you can now not only love on yourself, nurture yourself, and nourish yourself, but you can now share it with your community, wherever that community is. So that is L in terms of learning to overcome. The O is own your personal power. Now, one of the things I had to do as someone coming from a less developed country, as someone where you may have a number of stigmas out on you, I had to be able to navigate and say to myself, Joslyn, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You can do it. You can make it. And no matter what anyone says or what anyone may think about you, you got to own who you are. Know that you are strong. Know that you are brilliant. Know that you are determined. Know that you have skills that you can give to the world in whichever way, shape, or form, and be prepared to stand knowing with poise and with confidence that I'm going to let that out. So that's what I call own your power in the acronym LOVE. Then we have V, vow. You want to vow to allow yourself to evolve constantly by taking care of your temple. And when I talk about your temple, we are talking about your whole being, your physical man, your spiritual man, your emotional man, the whole person. For me, all of Joslyn. And so I had to vow to constantly let go of what we call ego, let go of that thing that tell me, oh, you shouldn't do that. Even now, I have to let go of saying, oh, you just give up on that and not press through. But I had to allow myself to evolve and deal with the issues that come up, because no matter where we are, those challenges will arise in whichever way. So that's what vow is about. Vowing to constantly allow yourself to take care of your temple via meditation, via your quiet time, via you getting to know yourself. Maybe it's through journaling, whatever that is. Maybe it's walking through nature. And I had a number of those things, but because of our time and that tech issue, I will spare you the back and forth. And finally, E. Again, E stands for enough. And for me, because it was a money issue for me, because I felt my lack was finances, I had to know, and I had to tell myself, Joslyn, you are your money. And I want you, when you're going through your challenge, to say that to yourself. I am my money. I am my money. So I had to say this to myself. I am my money. I am the one that manufactures money. I am the one that come up with those creative ideas. I am the one that attracts money. I am the one that attracts money through my words, through my actions, through my associates. I am my money. And so I leave this with you. L, learn, consistently learn about yourself, love the universal language, love you unconditionally, leverage that by not only nourishing yourself and but also putting it out and getting to know your community and the global world as a whole. And O, own your personal power. V, you want to vow to continually allow yourself to evolve. And E, you want to know that you are enough and that you are your own money. If you're having money issues, that you are your own money machine and magnet. And you can do that through divine inspired idea. So, Annie, this is love, the universal language I share with you as we learn to overcome our lack and limitation through those self-care practices. Unfortunately, I was not able to share with you as I would love to. But it's a blessing to be here, and I thank you for the opportunity. I'll be looking forward to meet and listen to all the other speakers as we go out there and share success with the world.
Oh, thank you so much, Joslyn. I am so glad that you were able to give that message today, and I really honor you. This is an example of successful woman, a woman who goes, you dropped out 3 times, the tech's not going to work, but you just go, no, I have a message. I need to give this message. I need to push through. And that kind of tenacity, that kind of dedication and belief in yourself and the value that you then bring to others is what makes you successful, right? It's one element of success that we've already started with sharing with today. So I thank you for doing that, because it's so easy, isn't it, in any of our walks, that when obstacles come up, you go, oh, just don't worry about it, or oh, it's just too hard, and I think this is an absolutely wonderful opportunity to actually start with that real boldness to push through. And I absolutely love how simple that acronym is, that love message. I love it. Learning, loving, leveraging. Isn't that what we're all trying to do? We want to be constantly learning about ourselves, about those around us, and learning how to, improve our situation. We definitely want to be leveraging. Look how much we have leveraged in Women's Biz Tribe from people who just know each other, collaborate with each other, support each other. There is so much value there. And you do have to own your own personal power. I just love the way you spoke that out with such passion as well. If we don't own our own power, then someone else's, we're actually giving that power to someone else. All right. And they're not going to be working in our best interest. It's not going to be the best thing for us. It's not why we were born on this planet. And I love it. You, Joslyn, had to find that out through really challenging circumstances, right? You didn't have the luxury of it being a choice. It was a necessity. You have to, if you're in a situation that there's no plan B and you're in grief and you're having major relationships problem, no wonder you have to own it. No wonder you have to then own your own, situation, and you have to claim that future money into your life to provide for your other child. I just love it. I absolutely love what you're doing. I love that you're vowing to make your body a temple, your life as a temple, that it has to work with you. And those listening in, when you start checking out Joslyn, she's at Intuitive Wellbeing Institute. She is all about, calm, presence, looking after your body, treating it like a temple, being able to be self-assured and self-empowered so that you can really bring out the very best of who God made you to be. And she's got beautiful books and other resources. She's got lots of oils. She's just a beautiful, beautiful soul. So I know we've had tech challenges just to start, and I just thank you because I know there's just so much love coming in from around the world that we just rise above these. And your word, finishing that with "you are enough," Joslyn, you are beyond enough. We are all enough. Those of you listening in, that's right. By the end of this summit, you're going to be hearing from 44 different speakers who are all going to be sharing their journeys. And you're also going to get complimentary membership of Women's Biz Tribe that you can come in and just join a global network who are going to very quickly show you that, you have just got all of the world at your opportunity, and we are here to back you and support you, while you're getting yourself strong enough to feel that for yourself. I love that view of be carried and know that you are enough until you actually feel that yourself. So thank you so much. Those listening in, please make sure you put things in the chat. Doesn't matter what platform you're going. I'll try and comment as we go through with our speakers. I definitely want you to chat amongst yourselves as well. All of our speakers will be available after each of their sessions to comment in the chat. You'll also find them at Women's Biz Tribe as well. So thank you so much. Do you have any final words while I've still got you on the line, Joslyn?
Oh, no, just to let folks know to practice love. Make it a constant practice. There's so much the acronym love can give to someone's life in whatever challenging situation, and it don't have to be challenging situation at all. Um, just getting by our daily
I've just lost her again. She might pop back. And I also wanted to say hello to Angel, who's gone and commented. She's coming all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, Angel. I can't wait to actually hear you present as well today. We have just got so many beautiful people coming in, those of you online. So we might actually leave this session here now. Oh, hugs and kisses from Angel back at you, gorgeous woman. And our next speaker will be starting in just about 3 minutes, and her name is Alison Hensley. Ali is just a beautiful, beautiful soul. She is so empowered. She has an incredible story. Oh my goodness, an incredible story of how life just, brings out different experiences for all of us, and ones that you could not have imagined. So I'm going to pop off this feed. Next episode or speaker will be with us in about 3 minutes. I look forward to joining you then.